and welcome back to the Accutane series. You've just landed on my second video of my ultimate holy grail product recommendation series. First supercategory I'm breaking down at the moment is face. But to make things easier to digest, we're breaking down each category into bite-sized videos. This is a list of all the categories I'll cover, so whatever you're interested in, check them out. And after completing supercategory face, I will shift my focus to supercategory body. Stay tuned and let's go. Alright, so in my previous video, I already talked about the ingredients that are your best friends at the moment. So if you want to know what you should know before going on a hunt for the perfect skincare products, check it out.
Sometimes I regret that purchase.
Let's go. My personal motto on Accutane is to prioritize gentleness and nurturing for the skin barrier. We're simplifying by removing anything unnecessary, and we're sticking to the basics. You can't go wrong with basics. Today's category are cleansers. So which cleansers can I recommend and why? Your cleansing routine is something I would divide between AM and PM. When you made a proper skincare nighttime routine and you just go to sleep, unless it's summer, it's hot, you're sweated like crazy, there's no need to do a full crazy double cleanse routine in the morning. But your nighttime skincare routine should look completely different. So there is this one specific term that gets thrown at you on social media, and that one is double cleanse. Why do you have to do that? I'm also personally a very big fan of double cleansing. I would never do just one cleanse step in the nighttime, and that is the reason why. I wear sunscreen every single day, and before you go to bed, we need to get rid of all this stuff. But to make that happen, we first need to break down every product on your face. Sunscreens are also formulated oftentimes with oil kind of ingredients, especially when they're formulated to be really water resistant or sweat resistant. We need something oil-based to break down the other oil-based products. First, oil-based cleanser, second, water-based cleanser. You can also use something like milky, like a milk kind of cleanser. I don't know, they oftentimes leave kind of residue on my face. I mean, it's just, We want something minimalistic, we want something not stripping, we want something with no fragrance. First recommendation, the Clinique Take the Day Off Balm. I know this one is a little bit pricey.
God damn it! What?
But this is the product I've been using religiously back then in my initial breakout phase, also throughout my whole Accutane experience. This was the one I was relying on. It is so effective, it really melts down, like you don't need a lot of product. It's like a true balm. It never caused me redness, never caused me irritation, never caused me any kind of allergic reaction. So if I'm on the hunt for something, I can say, okay, this never lets me down, this is the one. And that's the point where I want to give you my second product recommendation, which is the Clinique Take the Day Off Oil. Basically, that is the oil version of the balm. I mean, they both have basically the same name. They are a little bit more on the expensive side, but you don't need a lot of product, so they really last long. Nowadays, I would rather purchase the oil because it comes with a pump, and I just love pumps because they're more hygienic. And when it comes to like dipping my finger into skincare products, I'm always thinking about the bacteria growth, and I don't know, I'm really sure about that. But to be honest, I never had problems with the balm, and I always wash my hands proper before I touch it. But I think it's just more convenient using the oil. The next balm I want to recommend is by a Korean brand. It's called Beauty by Joseon, and I hope I pronounced it correctly. And it is their Radiance Cleansing Balm. I discovered it recently. It's not something I purchased back then. And this one is just so good. It's not too expensive. It really does the job so beautifully. And if you're into Korean skincare, like Asian skincare, this is a good one to go for. The next balm I want to recommend is really nice for the budget. It is by the Inky List, and it is their Oat Cleansing Balm. So affordable, so good, you can't go wrong. This is definitely a holy grail for a lot of people because it's so cheap for the amount of product you get, and I can definitely agree, this one is really good. And my last product I want to recommend for the oil-based cleansers is literally called the oil-based cleanser. I have this one right now in my bathroom, and I don't know which bottle this is. I think it is the 5th. I love this product. It is just so good. It does the job so perfectly. Love this one so much. I think the price point is fair. The brand is called Transparent Lab, and I'm not sure if you can get your hands on it in the US, for example, but if you can, you really need to try this one out. I think this is a Spanish brand. If you can get your hands on this one, please try it out. They also come with a travel sized version, which has, I think, exactly 100 milliliter. For example, if you want to travel, this is just so perfect. I wish a lot of other brands would do that as well. So far, so good for the oil-based cleansers. Now let's shift our focus to the cleansers that are suitable for step number 2, or for example for the morning. My first product recommendation is also the one I have right now in my bathroom. It is by CeraVe. It is their Hydrating Cream to Foam Cleanser. I love this one. It is mild, it is effective. go for it. Great price point. You get 236 milliliter. So good. Really. And my second product recommendation is this version, but just the only hydrating one. Not the cream to foam cleanser, just the hydrating version. This second version is the one I also chose to use back then when I was on Accutane. Both are so soothing, mild, effective, minimalistic, you can't go wrong. Next cleanser for the face I want to recommend is by Cetaphil. Cetaphil also does really a great job with gentle cleansers, and the product I'm talking about is literally called the Gentle Skin Cleanser. The name of the product says it all. It's so gentle for the skin, and you really get a fair amount for the price point. My next recommendation is by Balea. I don't know if you can get your hands on it if you're not in Europe, but if you can, you really need to try this one out. If you are on a budget, this is such a great and affordable thing to go for. It is their ultra sensitive cleanser, so cheap, and it does the job really nicely. When it comes to cleansers, I don't feel like they have to be expensive. Not at all. I think if you are on a budget, this is where you should cut out and rather invest your money in worthwhile moisturizers, serums, sunscreen. There's so many great formulations, especially available in drugstores, to go for. You don't need to spend a lot of money on it. The next two products I want to recommend are by La Roche-Posay. The first one is the Toleriane Cleansing Gel, and the second one is just the hydrating version, the Toleriane Hydrating Gentle Cleanser. Both of them are so mild, no fragrance, effective, soothing. You really can't go wrong with these ones. Next product you can go for is by Geek & Gorgeous, Jelly Joker Low pH Gentle Cleanser. This one is smooth, never irritated me, never did something like, I don't know, it was just really nice. And my last recommendation for the day is by Bioderma. It is their Sensibio Cleansing Gel. Very simple cleanser, it does not dry you out, it really does the job. So far so good. So we're done with category cleansers and my product recommendations, but there are additional 3 tips I want to give you at this point. First tip, don't rub like this. You don't need that. Be nice to yourself. Massage. You don't want to rub like a maniac. Second tip, give your cleanser some time to work, okay? Give it like 60 seconds when you put your oil cleanser on your face. Just really massage it in for at least 60 seconds. This is something a lot of people tend to forget. They're just like, okay, they put it on and that's it. Give it some time to work. Otherwise, you're just wasting your money, and who wants to waste his money? Last but not least, my third tip is the most important one, and it's called don't ever skip your cleansing routine in the nighttime. If you get it in the morning, no problemo, but in the nighttime, go for it, please. You don't even need a cleanser in the morning. You can use just water in the morning. This is a tip my chief physician and my dermatologist gave me back then. It was pretty scary, but it just works so well for me. So if you can't do a full routine in the morning, it's totally fine. Just slap on sunscreen on your face and you're good to go. All right, you made it. Next episode is going to be about toners and serums. In the description box, you'll find a link to my free newsletter. You can sign up for it if you want to. I will send you a link to a free personal Notion page where I provided all the information that you may want to deep dive into. And if you want to support me by subscribing or giving me a thumbs up, I would highly appreciate it. Bye!